Hey guys, so firstly I just want to apologize. I did not film anything yesterday. I didn't vlog. Didn't mean I didn't do anything. It was just things that weren't worth filming. And I know you guys say like, oh, we love seeing your boring life. It was things that I just like needed to focus on. Like I was helping my parents move, and instead of being like, oh, let's vlog this, I really needed to like focus and help them move, you know? And then I had some adult things. I had to clean my house. I had to do the dishes, and those are just things that are like, I'd rather not film, even though you guys probably would watch it. I don't doubt that you wouldn't watch me clean my house. It was just, I just wanted to do it and get it over with instead of worrying about camera shots and like moving the camera every time I moved rooms and all that jazz. Basically, I just needed a day. I just needed a day to not film anything. And I knew I'd have a couple of those days in the midst of Vlogtober, which is why I decided to do a Twitter Q&A for today's video. Today is actually Aftershock Day 1, which I'm so excited. If you don't know what Aftershock is, it's a music festival. The major headliner that I'm excited for is System of a Down. But the first person I guess I'm seeing today is Jonathan Davis, and I'm so excited. So on Monday, I will be uploading my next Vlogtober video, and that'll include all of the festival footage. So you'll get all of that, which should be, you know, pretty interesting. Although not a lot of people watch those videos. I don't know why. But before I leave, I wanted to do a quick Q&A, and we're on my DSLR camera right now because I'm not going anywhere. So I figured I might as well give you at least one HQ. When I say HQ, I think headquarters, not high quality, but I guess that's what it is. You know, give you some decent quality videos here and there during Vlogtober, because my camera, some of you ask what it is. I don't recommend it. I want to get a new one so bad. So I might do that soon, but unfortunately not before Vlogtober's over. So let's get started with some of the questions that I got on Twitter. Did you ever have a moment where you genuinely considered quitting YouTube? Why or why not? Definitely. There was a really dark period of time where I was like, I just need to leave. I'm not gonna go into details or anything like that, but that was like a major point in time where it's just like, I can't show my face, I can't do YouTube. But that was a couple years ago. Obviously still stuck with it. And I know, it's not so much that I contemplate like leaving YouTube, it's just I know that it is a timed career, that it's not going to last forever. I don't have anything lined up necessarily that's in like the same field or like an opportunity that I've gotten through YouTube, so I will have to find a new career eventually. So I'm very much aware of that. And I actually said last year that I was only going to do one more year of YouTube, which that would be this year, and that means I would end in 2 months and just like leave, which I'm not doing. But that was what I said I was going to do last year, that I only have like one more year in me. But that's not true, clearly, because I'm still here, still kicking. Do you ever want to have children? That question I've gotten before, I've answered before, and the big answer is yes. However, I have been a lot more reasonable with my own personal timeline of things, and seeing my best friend have a baby and everything, for now, that didn't give me baby fever actually, and I babysit her. I love my niece so much. Did the opposite of baby fever for me. That to me like scratched that itch of babyness, I guess. I didn't like have a strong urge before or anything, but like just focusing on my niece and like babysitting and then being able to give her to her mom at the end of the day, that's a nice feeling. Whereas when you have your own kid, you can't do that. So I'm not really, I'm not ready for children, and I don't know when I will be, if ever. I'm a late bloomer, as you guys know. I've done everything so delayed in my life that I know marriage and kids are going to happen later in my 30s, definitely not in my 20s, because I'm coming up on 29 here, which it's nuts to me that next year is my last year being in my 20s. Like that is really getting to me. I try not to let it, because it's like, it's really that society's expectations on that number that are bothering me, and not my own life, because I'm very happy and content with where I'm at in life. Besides, I have fur children. That is all the children I need for right now. Yeah, I woke him up from his nap to do that. I'm sorry, monkey. I got a couple of questions about movies. Do you have any horror movie recommendations for Halloween? I feel like I've seen them all. Help. And best movie to watch on Halloween night. I did a whole video on best Halloween horror movies, but they're all like kind of, not all of them, but mostly like the cheesy generic ones that you've seen. I think it was because it was going on my main channel that I kept it very like popular movies, I guess. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any like obscure horror movies I would really recommend. I did enjoy Terrifier, surprisingly, as a gore fest film. Horrible plot, but if you go in knowing that, you're not going to get a lot of story out of it. Terrifier's an entertaining movie, especially if you're like watching with friends or whatever. I thought some of the imagery was very disturbing. I mean, obviously it's gory, so be prepared for that. But I pretty much myself watched the typical horror movies. Actually, I did create a thread of horror movies that all have strong female leads in them. That was a coincidence, by the way. I did not do that on purpose, but I will link that Twitter thread down below. It has like 15 movies, I think, 15, 20 movies of horror movies to watch for Halloween, so I'll link it. What's a weird quirk that your cats have, and do you have a favorite between the two? That was a controversial question there. As far as weird quirks, dear God, my cats have loads of them. My girl cat Skimble, she likes to, this isn't like a weird thing, but she likes to go under the blanket when I'm laying down and then like curl up in my legs. I'll insert video footage of this, and then take a nap. She'll like rest her head on my leg, and then she'll just like sleep under the covers like that, and I always get scared that she can't breathe, so I'll like pop the covers a little bit over her face so she can breathe. Pepe though, the one I just held up, he is a little hellion, I'll tell ya. He likes to open all the cabinets. A lot of times we'll come out into the house and all the cabinets will be open, bathroom included. Sometimes both my cats will sleep in the cabinets, so where we keep our pots and pans and cutting boards and things, they sleep in those. You always gotta check the cutting boards for hair before you put food on it. Skimble is terrified of everything, so if there's a loud noise or anything, you're not gonna see her for like 2 hours at the least. Pepe eats any plant in sight, literally any sort of plant, fake plants included. Although he has left my Halloween decor alone, although he started eating the cobwebs over on this thing. By the way, you can see this ugly chair right here. Okay, this is another quirk. We brought this outside chair inside because Pepe likes to sit on it. So we bring it in the living room so he can have family time with us and sit on the outdoor chair. That's more of a weird quirk that we did, not the cat, but he likes to be perched on things, so we like to bring in things that he can sit on. So I adopted a black cat today, and I'm looking for name recommendations. As a horror fan like yourself, I want to name her something spooky, horror movie related. Well, first thing I think of if you want horror themed, which I'm surprised I did not name one of my cats this, and I might name my next cat this, but Church. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory as far as Stephen King's Pet Sematary. The new movie is coming out in April, by the way. Oh my God, I'm gonna be there first night it comes out, because that is the first horror movie I've ever seen and the first Stephen King book I ever read. So that movie is very sentimental. The new one looks pretty good, so I'm very excited. What I have done in the past, if you need help naming animals, this is how I got Skimbleshank's name. Her full name is Skimbleshanks. I call her Skimble, Bimble, Wimble, all those. But I went onto a, what's it called? A shelter's website and looked at all their cats. And it lists obviously all their cats' names, like all the adoptable cats, and then you just pick one that you like. Why don't you include cooking more on your vlogs, and what's your go-to meal? Usually when I'm cooking, two things. I'm either very, very hungry and I just need to eat in that moment, so I don't really care to film it, or I am too self-conscious of what I'm making to show it to the world. For example, today for breakfast, you wanna know what I had? I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This is the kind of stuff I make on the daily. It's just weird concoctions. I took a hamburger bun in half and I made pizza out of it. So I put pizza sauce, ragu pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, some basil, put it in the toaster oven on a hamburger bun. It was delicious. So I make that kind of stuff all the time, and I'm usually really self-conscious about it. So I don't know, let me know if you want more food included in these vlogs, because I can film more. It's just going to be very strange for people, and I just don't want to get judged for how I eat because I just eat so weird. I don't know. What's the worst movie you have ever seen? Definitely Human Centipede 3. That was so terrible. I actually didn't mind the first one and the second one, like for what they were, if you go in knowing what they are, obviously. But the third one was absolutely ridiculous, horrible plot, just everything all around bad. I know you're a hypersensitive person like me. Any self-care tips for days where you feel like you're on the edge of breaking down? The first thing that I recommend in that situation when you're feeling overwhelmed by everything is to put yourself first, and that can be really hard if there's anyone like in your life that needs you or whatever. Say no to plans, say no to hanging out, say no to whatever. Sometimes even I want to watch like a horror movie or something and it'll be 10 minutes into it and I'm just like, you know what, I'd rather watch America's Next Top Model, so I'm gonna do that. So I just go with whatever I'm feeling in the moment and not to feel pressure to do anything at all that I don't want to do, because that's going to take more out of me if I'm already feeling overwhelmed, if that makes sense. Also, being alone is really, really key in this, and that's why you need to say no to plans, say no to your friends and family, whatever, unless it's like an emergency situation, they desperately need you, it's different. But it's okay to take time for yourself, and in fact, it's essential if you're a highly sensitive person or just someone who is sensitive and gets overwhelmed easily. So on those days, which I'm preparing for today to be one of those days, I've already like preemptively prepared for what's going to happen today, because I'm going to be surrounded by like hundreds of people, thousands of people in fact. I went for a walk firstly because I felt like nervous energy, and so sometimes just a little bit of exercise or just getting some energy out is really essential. So I went for like a 15-minute walk today, kind of power walked a little bit, and then I also meditated for 15 minutes just to take the edge off because I was feeling very anxious and nervous for today, and it's an event on such a big scale. So for me, I'm just trying to not feel pressure and just like focus on myself and listen to me and my body and what I'm feeling, and know that whatever I'm feeling is okay. I feel like that did not answer the question at all. But ultimately, just do whatever you want to do and whatever you feel like doing in that moment. Pay attention to yourself, feed yourself, drink water, and know that all of it is temporary and emotions come and go like clouds in the sky. So just let them go. Okay, so I'm gonna make this kind of a quick little Twitter Q&A or blog Q&A. I don't really know, just because I have to edit this and get this up today before I leave for the festival. So I want to make sure that I can leave all these questions in and then have time to edit everything. So if you have any other like pressing questions you want to ask, leave it down below. I will probably get to it in the next vlog, or I'll just respond to your comments while I'm bored at the festival. I don't know. There's a lot of waiting around, you know, for different artists and things. So maybe I'll address some of the questions then. Anyway, let me know if you like these kind of videos, if you want more of these during Vlogtober, because I could definitely use a couple days as a break. As you know, I'm already combining Saturday and Sunday vlogs into one, just so I don't feel the pressure to edit for that day. But thank you for being patient with me for yesterday and not having a video really, because I just needed that time to do the things I needed to do that day without having to worry about filming, because it's really difficult sometimes to worry about that constantly throughout your whole day. So I really appreciate the break. I hope this makes up for it in some way. At least it's higher quality. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.